Now, Aziza Jamgerchinova is a CNN associate producer. She's from Bishkek, and her parents are still there. She joins us now live from New York. Aziza, have you been in touch with them in the last 18, 20 hours or so?
I actually just got off the phone with my parents about a couple of hours ago prior to coming to work, and they were telling me all the things that they have been witnessing. My parents live in the center of Bishkek, a few blocks away from the main square, from the presidential palace, and they were saying, my mother said they were hearing shots, and then at some points they started seeing clouds of black smoke coming up, and my mother ended up calling a friend of hers who lives literally across the street from the presidential palace. And my mother's friend said that she was seeing cars being put ablaze and people burning car tires. My mother says that yesterday she was let go from work early at about 3 p.m. when the state of emergency has been announced, and they've been in the house since then. They're not leaving the house because they want to stay safe, and especially
I can imagine that they want to stay safe, but are people afraid at this point that this government is going to collapse and that we're going to end up with another situation where political instability is going to make life miserable for people once again?
I think that is the main fear. I think that is the greatest fear. And as you know, just 5 years ago in 2005, President Akayev was ousted, and that's how the current president came to power. So that is definitely a big concern for everyone in, across the country, across the region, that there will be this huge period of instability. Because there is also no one sort of prominent leader, opposition leader that has been established. Right. So there seems to be a cluster of people who have come together and just like protesting the current government. I don't know. I mean, there are also this new reports coming in about additional 50,000 people now moving from the southern province of Jalalabad to Bishkek. And those are supporters of the current president, Bakiyev.
So people are concerned that you might see clashes that will make today's clashes look like nothing at all.
Exactly. And I think also the other big concern is, compared to 2005, right now the military forces and the police are shooting into people, which was not the case back in 2005. And so my mother also says that there are a lot of military forces brought into the capital, and they're all stationed around the main square. There's snipers on the roof of the presidential palace, and they're essentially shooting anyone who is trying to get close to the presidential palace.
This must be very worrying for you, Aziza, from a personal standpoint. I mean, you're a journalist, but at the same time, here you are, thousands of miles away from your family. Worrying.
I am. I mean, I woke up this morning and I got 10 emails from my friends all over the world saying, Aziza, how is your family? How are your parents? Because everyone knows that my parents still live back there. And so I started immediately calling my sisters, calling my parents, making sure that everyone was okay back home.
All right, well, all our best. Our thoughts are with you, Aziza Jamgerchinova. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
Jamgerchinova, yeah.
Jamgerchinova. Thanks very much, Aziza.
Thank you, Hala.